Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be doing a slightly different video. I'm going to be doing 6 weird things that happen when you stop drinking. So this video is not about the benefits you get from quitting alcohol. That could be a completely separate video in itself, but these are just weird long-term effects that I've noticed since I've stopped drinking alcohol. Number 1, your smell improves. I could smell anything once I quit and I don't know what it is, but I've heard other people talk about this as well, and it's so true, man. You feel like a superhuman with like superhuman smelling abilities. It's so weird. And I can't promise it's gonna be pleasant either. You can also smell the bad smells. Number 2, you become more conscious of what you consume. So obviously cutting down on drinking alcohol is a massive decision to make, especially if you struggle with it and you're focusing on not consuming this one thing. So once you start to look after your body and take care of what you're putting inside, you also start to take notice of what other things you may be consuming which may be damaging as well. For example, other types of food, types of products, because also, you know, a lot of beauty products, especially for women, you know, have a lot of toxins in them, and media. So we're consuming things all the time and you start to become hyper aware of these things as you stop drinking as well. Number 3, you have a lot of free time. Yeah, I didn't really know what to do with myself for the first few months. Like, it was just so weird having all this extra time that you would normally spend out drinking on the weekends. Like, that's the one thing you look forward to, right? Going out, which takes a lot of time, and then you're in bed the next day sleeping off the hangover. So all of a sudden you get your weekends back and you're like, okay, now what do I do with all this free time? And especially in the evenings as well, you get a few more hours in the evenings. Number 4, you find out what you actually do like and what you don't like. And you tend to lower your standards when you're drunk. You know, if you listen to a drunk conversation, it's not the most intellectual. So you actually get to find out what you like in terms of music and people. Maybe you don't actually get along with the people you hang out with, unfortunately, and the conversations aren't that interesting, because what happens is alcohol just like lowers your standards. So any music is gonna sound good, any conversation is gonna be funny, and everything's just gonna be great. So yeah, it lowers your standards. So when you stop drinking, you actually find out, I'm not really a huge fan of techno music anymore. Maybe I like something like with some words in it, something I can actually dance to, which I don't need substances to enjoy. The people you hang out with might change because you might just have drinking friends, and if you stop drinking, they might go, don't really want to hang out with you anymore, and that's when you actually really truly start to find out who your friends are. Those who stick around are the real ones, baby. Number 5, this is a weird one. You have better boundaries. The very act of saying no to a drink when you're out, if you got to that point and you can go out and you can say, no, I'm not drinking, that is instantly putting a boundary in place. So as a result, you actually have better boundaries outside of the whole drinking thing. You can say no to other things as well. You find it a lot easier, so your boundaries improve. And again, you find out what you like and what you don't like. So again, you're setting up boundaries for where you want to be and where you don't want to be. And number 6, the last one, probably one of my favorites, you actually have hobbies now. So when you stop drinking, you have all this free time and you want to fill that time with something that you actually enjoy doing, and you want to find something that's equally as fun and thrilling as going out, if not more than going out. So with all the free time, you start to experiment and maybe go back to hobbies that you used to do when you were a child, and you know, there's a lot of experimenting that goes on. So you figure out what hobbies you love and you fill your time with things that bring you joy. Yay. And that's it. Thank you for watching this video. It was short and sweet, but I thought it was a bit of a fun one, and these are just things I wrote down on my notes app, things that I've noticed at random times. I'm like, oh, maybe I can make this into a video and maybe people will find it interesting. Anyway, let me know if you can relate to any of these things. Let me know if you're sober curious or currently sober, or if you're still drinking and you really couldn't care less about being sober. I'd love to know. But yeah, I'm currently on my sober journey. I've almost coming up to a year now when I decided to go sober. Obviously it wasn't a clean journey, but I have learned a lot of things along the way, and I'm still on the path to sobriety, and it feels amazing. And I end up doing things like this that I love. I found out my hobbies, and one of my hobbies is making videos, and it makes me so happy, and I finally have the energy to do it, and I have the commitment and dedication, and everything is just so much better. So if you are curious to being sober, why don't you drop me a message and we can chat about it. I'd love to help you. Anyway, I'll see you in my next video, guys. Bye.